Hey guys, this is Miss Cumin here. In this lesson we're going to learn dimensional analysis. That dimensional analysis is when you are converting between measurements, such as 3 feet is equal to 36 inches. Okay, how did you come up with that? How is that possible? Okay, what we're saying is you need to know what are the measurements equal to, your conversion factors that you can use. A conversion factor is like saying that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Now, I could write it this way, or I could write it 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. That's a conversion factor. Okay, so you need to know this vocabulary word, conversion factor. And we use conversion factors to change between measurements. So for instance, let's say I want to know how many inches are in 1 mile. Okay, how many inches in 1 mile? Now, if you look at your star chart or any measurement chart, you will know that it doesn't go from inches to miles. It just doesn't. So we use dimensional analysis to help us explain and to convert within all the measurements. So I'm going to do this on the next page. Let's go ahead and switch to the next slide. And so we're going to start off with what we are given. Okay, we start off with what we are given, and what we're given is 1 mile. Okay, and so I know that based on the star chart, I can do this many different ways. I can use the mile to yards conversion, or I could do the miles to feet if I know that in my head. Well, I'm going to be safe, and I'm going to go ahead with the star chart because it goes miles to yards, so that way I know I'm good. So I'm going to use a conversion factor. The conversion factor says that 1 mile is equal to 1,760 yards. How do I use this to help me convert? Well, the whole point is I'm trying to get rid of my units. I don't want to be at miles anymore. So if my miles is on top, I need to put miles at the bottom. So I'm going to do 1 mile. Okay, and since I'm doing 1 mile on the bottom, then that means I need to do the yards on top. So 1,760 yards. So what that means is my miles cancel, and the units I have now is the yards. But I don't want yards. I want to know how many inches. So it means I need to keep going further. So I need to use another conversion factor. Well, what factor can I use to get from yards to inches? Well, I think the easiest one would be 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Now, I need to cancel out my yards, so I'm not going to put yards next to each other. I'm going to actually put the yards on bottom and feet on top, so I know that 1 yard is 3 feet. Okay, and with that being said, my yards cancel out, and I'm left with feet. I don't want feet. I want inches. So I need another conversion factor. So far, I've had 1 conversion factor, 2 conversion factors. Now I'm going to use a 3rd conversion factor. And the 3rd conversion factor is going to be, you guessed it, 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So, my question to you, where do I put my feet? Am I going to put it on the top or the bottom? I'm going to put it on the bottom. I need to cancel it out. So, foot, inches. And what I know is that 1 foot is 12 inches. My feet cancel out, and I'm left with inches. Is that where I'm supposed to be? Yes. So now it's just the case of I did all this work, but I still don't have a final answer of inches. Dimensional analysis allows you to cancel the units to get your given unit, the wanted unit that you want. And so now the process is, what do I do with this information? Okay, let me erase this bottom work right here so that way I can get room. And what I'm doing now is I multiply the top and I multiply the bottom with a bottom, so I end up with a fraction. Okay, so I multiply 1 times 1,760 times 3 times 12, and I multiply the denominators. Now there's nothing right here, so that means it's a 1, okay? If there's nothing there, it's a 1. So we got 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. Okay. Now, what this means is we know our denominator is going to be 1. But what is 1 times 1,760 times 7 times 12? Well, let me do my little long math. I know that it's the same as saying 1,760 times 36. So I just need to keep going. And I know my unit is going to be inches. So when I multiply it out, my answer is 63,360 inches. That is my answer. Now, some of you are asking, well, Ms. Cuban, you did not put 1 in my denominator. Well, what I know from the basic rules of division is that anything divided by 1 is itself. So the fraction bar is division. So the numerator divided by 1, well, the answer is going to be my numerator. So I'm going to leave my answer as shown. Okay, I hope this helps with dimensional analysis. Make sure you are canceling your units and putting your units in the correct location. That's the part that you're going to get messed up on, that you're going to get problems wrong, is because you did not put your units in the right area. Okay, I want you to have a good day.